My dear viewers, today discuss chemical reaction based on icse class 8. At first, write T for true and F for false. First question, deposition of calcium carbonate is an example of endothermic reaction. This statement is true. Next question, when metal sulfate are heated at high temperature, it's white metal oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. This statement true. Next question, copper cannot display iron from iron sulfate solution. This statement is true. Next question, zinc oxide exhibit both acidic and basic property. This statement is true. Next question, carbon monoxide is an example of amphoteric oxide. This statement is true. Next question, precipitation reaction produce insoluble salt. This statement is true. Next question, reaction of sodium chloride solution with silver nitrate solution is an example of decomposition reaction. Okay, this statement is false. Next question, aluminum oxide, that is Al2O3, is an example of neutral oxide. This statement is true. Next question, magnesium oxide is obtained from the decomposition of magnesium sulfate. This statement is true. Next question, the products of a neutralization reaction are salt and water. This statement is true. Okay, next question type, fill in the blanks. Okay, now the reaction in which heat energy is released is known as dash reaction, exothermic reaction. Next question, question number 2, a reaction in which a single substance split to give two or more substances is called dash reaction, decomposition reaction. Question number 3, the oxide that exhibit both acidic and basic characteristics are called dash oxide, amphoteric oxide. Next question, question number 4, decomposition reaction that occurs in the presence of light is known as, that is, photolysis. Okay, next question, displacement reaction are also called dash reaction, sublimation reaction. Next question pattern, choose the correct answer for each of the following. Question number 1, the following reaction is an example of Fe2O3 ferroxide plus 2Al aluminium from aluminum oxide Al2O3 plus 2Fe. This option, combination reaction, displacement reaction, decomposition reaction, double displacement reaction, and share combination reaction. This reaction is the combination reaction. Next question, question number 2, the following reaction is an example of NH3 plus HCl from ammonium chloride NH4Cl. Option 1, double displacement reaction. Option 2, displacement reaction. Option 3, combination reaction. Option 4, decomposition reaction. Option 3 is the right answer, that is combination reaction. Next question, question number 3. Which among the following is the most reactive metal? Sodium, potassium, gold, silver. Option 2, that is potassium, is the right answer. That is the most reactive metal. Next question, question number 4. Which of the following is an example of endothermic reaction? That is option 1, burning of oil. Option 2, dissolution of ammonium chloride in water, rusting and respiration. Option 2 is the right answer, that is dissolution of ammonium chloride in water. Next question, question number 5. Which of the following statements is true about basic oxide? Option 1, they form salt with bases. Option 2, they turn blue litmus to red. Option 3, carbon dioxide is an example of basic oxide. Option 4, they turn red litmus to blue. That is, option 4 is the right answer, that is they turn red litmus to blue. Next question, define the following term. Number 1, electrolysis. Decomposition reaction that require energy in the form of electricity are known as electrolytic decomposition reaction. Okay, these reactions are known as electrolysis. For example, when electric current is passed through water, it decomposes into hydrogen and oxygen. That is 2H2O by the electrolysis divided hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. Next question, neutralization. Okay. Neutralization means the types of double displacement reaction in which an acid reacts with a base resulting in the formation of salt and water is called a neutralization. Okay, my dear viewers, for example, when sodium hydroxide solution, that is base, react with dilute hydrochloric acid, sodium chloride, salt and water formed. That is the chemical equation NaOH aqueous plus HCl aqueous from NaCl salt and water H2O. Okay. Next definition term, reactivity series. The arrangement of metals in the decreasing order of their reactivity is called reactivity series of metals. The metal placed higher into the reactivity series are more reactive than those placed below them. Okay, my dear viewers. Next definition term, amphoteric oxide. Okay, that is, these are compounds of oxygen which exhibit both acidic and basic characteristics. For example, zinc oxide ZNO react with hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, from zinc chloride ZnCl2 and water H2O. It is basic nature. Zinc oxide also react with sodium hydroxide NaOH from sodium zincate, that is the one type of complex salt Na2ZNO2 and water H2. It is acidic in nature. That is the chemical equation Zn zinc oxide plus HCl2HCl hydrochloric acid from zinc chloride ZnCl2 plus water H2O. Second part chemical reaction, ZnO zinc oxide plus sodium hydroxide 2NaOH balancing for 2 form complex salt Na2ZnO2 plus water H2O. Okay. Next definition term, endothermic reaction. Okay. Chemical reaction in which heat energy is absorbed from the surrounding, okay, are called endothermic reaction. Clear? For example, when the carbon and sulfur are heated together, carbon disulfide is formed. Okay, that is chemical equation C, that is carbon plus 2s plus heat from carbon disulfide CH2. Okay. Next question type, identify the types of chemical reaction. Number 1, Fe plus iron plus CuSO4 copper sulfate from ferrous sulfate FeSO4 plus Cu copper. This type of the reaction, displacement reaction. Okay. Next, 2Na sodium plus chlorine Cl2 from sodium chloride 2NaCl. 2 is for the balancing number. That is type of the reaction, combination reaction. Okay. Next reaction type 3, calcium carbonate CaCO3 by heated from calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. This type of the reaction, decomposition reaction. Okay. Next part, that is question number 4, barium chloride BCl2 plus sodium sulfate Na2SO4 from barium sulfate BaSO4 plus sodium chloride NaCl. This type of the reaction, double displacement reaction. Okay. Next question type, distinguish between exothermic and endothermic changes, explain with the example. Okay, my dear viewers. At first, exothermic changes. Okay. Now, changes in which there is release of energy in the form of heat are known as exothermic changes. Example, burning of oil. When carbon burns in the presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide is formed along with the generation of heat. That is, C plus O2, carbon plus oxygen, form carbon dioxide plus heat. Next part for this question, endothermic reaction. Okay. Changes in which there is absorption of energy in the form of heat are known as endothermic changes. For example, cooking of food. Okay. Next question type, what is decomposition reaction? Give the example. Okay. Now, a chemical reaction in which a chemical compound decompose or split into two or more simpler substance called a decomposition reaction. Example, when calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposed to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. That is the chemical equation CaCO3 calcium carbonate applied by the heat from calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay. Note this part. Thermal decomposition reaction, that is a decomposition reaction brought about by the heat. Next question, list the property of amphoteric oxide. Okay, amphoteric oxide have both acidic and basic property. Oxide of zinc are example. They form salt when they react with acid. They also react with alkalis to form complex salt. There is a chemical reaction ZnO, zinc oxide plus 2HCl hydrochloric acid from zinc chloride ZnCl2 plus water H2O. That is the basic nature. Okay. Next part for this question, zinc oxide ZnO react with sodium hydroxide 2NaOH. 2 is the balancing for use form complex salt, that is sodium zincate Na2ZnO2 plus H2O. This reaction form acidic nature. Okay. Explain neutralization reaction with example. A type of double displacement reaction in which an acid reacts with a base resulting in a formation of salt and water is called a neutralization reaction. For example, when sodium hydroxide solution, that is base, react with dilute hydrochloric acids, sodium chloride salt and water are formed. The chemical reaction, that is the chemical equation by represent the neutralization reaction, NaOH, that is aqueous solution, and HCl hydrochloric acid aqueous solution from NaCl sodium chloride and water. Okay. Next question. Explain the reaction of zinc with copper sulfate with the help of appropriate chemical reaction. Now, zinc reacts with copper sulfate solution to form zinc sulfate and copper. That is the chemical equation represented by this question. Zn, zinc plus copper sulfate CuSO4 form zinc sulfate ZnSO4 plus copper CO. Explain the formation of oxides from decomposition of metal carbonate, nitrates and sulfate. That is, first part, when metal carbonate is heated, it decomposes to form the respective of metal oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay. Next part, when a metal nitrate is heated, decomposed to form respective oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Next part for this question, when a metal sulfate is heated, decomposed to form, that is metal oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. What are the different type of oxide? Give the example. Mainly 4 types of oxide. Number 1, acidic oxide. Example, sulfur dioxide. Formula SO2. Secondly, basic oxide. Example, calcium oxide. Chemical formula CaO. Third, amphoteric oxide. Example, zinc oxide. Chemical formula ZnO. And last part, neutral oxide. Example, carbon monoxide. Chemical formula CO. Thank you, my dear viewers. Thank you, students. Any query, please comment in box.